Hey everyone, I'm your host Marcus. Welcome back with some new update. So let's start with SpaceX. SpaceX successfully sent 23 additional Starlink internet satellites into orbit on Sunday, January 7th. A Falcon 9 rocket, carrying the Starlink spacecraft, took off from Florida's Cape Canaveral Space Force Station at 5:35 p.m. Notably, the Falcon 9's first stage returned to Earth around 8.5 minutes after liftoff, safely landing on the drone ship named A Shortfall of Gravitas in the Atlantic Ocean off the Florida coast. This marked the 16th successful launch and landing for this specific booster, according to SpaceX. The Falcon 9's upper stage continued its journey, transporting the 23 Starlink satellites to low Earth orbit. These satellites were set to be deployed approximately 65.5 minutes after the initial liftoff. This mission represented SpaceX's third orbital launch in 2024. The company has ambitious plans for the year, aiming to conduct a total of 144 missions. This goal surpasses their previous record of 98 missions in 2023. Expect more exciting launches from SpaceX in the coming months. And other side United Launch Alliance, ULA, successfully launched its new Vulcan rocket early on Monday. ULA has been working on this rocket for about 10 years, dealing with delays and setbacks along the way. This launch, the first of two certification flights needed by the U.S. Space Force, is carrying two important missions: the Celestis Memorial Deep Space Voyager and Astrobotic's Peregrine lunar lander. The Peregrine craft aims to land on the Moon's surface on February 23, possibly achieving the first U.S. soft landing on the Moon since 1972. If successful, this landing would also be the first time a private company has landed on the Moon. However, there's a small issue with the craft's orientation, and the team is working to fix it. ULA's president and CEO, Tori Bruno, mentioned that Vulcan will offer high performance, affordability, precision, and reliability to aerospace customers. This launch is a significant achievement for ULA, as they've already sold more than 70 Vulcan launches, including 38 for Amazon's Project Kuiper satellite constellation. Vulcan's engines are made by Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' rocket company, and they are aiming to launch their New Glenn rocket in 2024 using the same engines. ULA has ambitious plans to increase its launch rate to biweekly by 2025, catching up to SpaceX, which launched 96 rockets in 2023. Boeing and Lockheed Martin, the joint owners of ULA, are currently in talks to sell the company. This successful launch showcases the dedication and ingenuity of ULA's workforce, according to Mark Peller, Vice President of Vulcan Development. However, the growing number of rocket launches raises concerns among environmental scientists about the impact on the upper atmosphere. Rocket suit injection is known to weaken the ozone layer and contribute to the warming of upper atmospheric layers. And another news from NASA has teamed up with the United Arab Emirates, UAE, for an exciting lunar project. The UAE, through the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Center, will play a crucial role in building a part of the Lunar Gateway space station. Additionally, a UAE astronaut will join a future Artemis mission, marking a significant step in the small country's space program. In this partnership, the UAE will supply the crew and science airlock module for the Lunar Gateway. This space station will serve as a temporary residence for astronauts during crewed missions to the Moon and eventually for deep space missions, including Mars. Vice President Kamala Harris, as the chair of the National Space Council, expressed the importance of international collaboration in space. The collaboration between the United States and the UAE aims to combine resources, scientific capabilities, and technical expertise to advance space exploration. The UAE joins other nations like the US, European Space Agency, Japan, and Canada as partners in Artemis projects. Notably, Russia, an ISS partner, has chosen not to participate in NASA's lunar plans. UAE astronaut Sultan Al Nayati, before his flight on Crew 6, expressed his hopes for the UAE to play a more significant role in deep space exploration. He anticipates the UAE contributing to future Artemis missions and envisions seeing the UAE flag on the lunar surface carried by a UAE astronaut. The UAE has been actively involved in space endeavors, launching a successful Mars probe in 2020 and sending a rover to the Moon in 2022. The country's space program, established in 2006, has included Earth observation satellites, astronaut training, and its first female astronaut. While a flight to the Gateway doesn't guarantee a moonwalk for the UAE astronaut, NASA's Artemis program aims to send humans, including the first woman, back to the moon in the coming years. The Gateway, smaller than the ISS, will provide living quarters and serve as a command center for lunar missions. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson emphasized the historic collaboration, stating that the UAE's contribution to the airlock would enable groundbreaking science in deep space, preparing for future human exploration, including a potential mission to Mars. Now India marked the dawn of the new year by successfully launching its XPOSat X-ray Observatory, claiming the title of the first global launch in 2024. The momentous event unfolded as a Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, PSLV, gracefully ascended from the Satish Dhawan Space Center at 9:10 a.m. Indian Standard Time on January 1st. The X-ray polarimeter satellite, XPOSat, smoothly entered a 404-mile altitude, 650 kilometers, orbit just 22 minutes after liftoff, as reported by the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. Tipping the scales at 1,034 pounds, 469 kilograms, XPOSat proudly stands as India's inaugural dedicated X-ray astronomy satellite, equipped with two cutting-edge scientific instruments, the POLIS X-ray polarimeter and XSPECT, the X-ray spectroscopy and timing payload. Delving into the mysteries of the cosmos, XPOSat is slated to provide invaluable data on celestial phenomena, including neutron stars, black holes, active galactic nuclei, and supernovae. The ambitious satellite is designed for a mission lifetime of 5 years, promising an extended period of scientific exploration. Beyond the primary payload, the fourth stage of the rocket that executed the launch serves as an orbital platform carrying a diverse array of payloads. The PSLV, Orbital Experimental Module 3, POM3, experiment, boasting 10 payloads, is a collaborative effort between ISRO and InSpace, a governmental agency fostering and overseeing private activities in the space sector. Notable experiments include tests on tantalum-based coatings, a revolutionary green bipropellant CubeSat propulsion unit, fuel cell assessments, and an interplanetary dust count measurement. In a conscious effort to mitigate space debris, POM3's altitude was deliberately reduced to 217 miles, 350 kilometers. Looking ahead to India's space endeavors in 2024, the agenda includes a series of test flights for the Gaganyaan human spaceflight program. The anticipated milestone of the program's first crewed flight is currently set for 2025, marking a pivotal moment in India's space exploration journey. And these are some updates of past week. I hope you enjoy this video. If yes, please subscribe for all upcoming space news and updates. Take care and goodbye until next video.